Hello and welcome. I am so glad you're here. I'm Beth, a creator-based coach with CMH Coaching for Life. I'm here today to help you and those you love create a life you feel grounded and at home in. Think of a life where you feel peace, love for those around you, and in a flow with just enough challenge to keep you happy and creating something wonderful. Sounds like magic, but it's not. You can create that life every single day. You can have a life full of love, excitement, hope, and creation. Our mission at CMH Coaching is to flood the earth with light through compassion, mindfulness, and hope. And I'm going to ask a favor of you. If you like what you see and hear today, think of someone you know that would enjoy and benefit from this message. Our mission is to flood the world with compassion, mindfulness, and hope. Share this with them. But for now, this is time just for you. So settle into whatever you're doing and enjoy this time with the girls, where we create that one awesome, amazing, perfect life every one of us is seeking.
You gotta watch your thinking. Watch your thinking. Watch your thinking.
Welcome to A Creator-Based Life, the weekly podcast for CMH Coaching for Life. We empower women of faith to create lives they love, the lives they've always wanted. And Jacine and I are here together today. Jacine Bonnet, a business coach, a mom, a grandma, an avid runner, and me, Beth, a master life coach, an author, and the creator of The Creator-Based Way. Create your one awesome, amazing, incredible, perfect life. Because you can. It's all about what's going on up here.
So true.
Yes, it's all about what's going on up here. So this is April, and we're going to start talking about perfect, because the fourth month and the fourth chapter in the book is called Perfect. And so we're following that. Last month, it was all about grit and grace. And we take all of that grit and grace and we roll it over here to perfection. Which kind of makes me laugh every time. Yeah.
Takes grit and grace, right? Oh my gosh, a lot of grace. Yeah.
A lot of grace in perfection. So when you think about perfection, what do you think of as perfect? I can tell you perfect to me is what's behind me in this view. It's the serene water, it's the beach, it's the solitude to me, that's just perfect. It's not the red ant that's crawling across my keyboard. Yeah. But it's just, that's to me, I'm just humming. In April, we're going for a beach weekend, and I'm just really looking forward to just that serenity. Yeah. Perfect, quiet, restful place. What do you think of perfect, Jacine?
You know, when I think of perfect, I think the first thing that came to my mind was a picture of my grandkids. And, and then as you were talking about the beach, it was them at the beach, and I could see that in my mind's eye, and just kicking water and the squeals of laughter. And at the Oregon coast, it's really freezing cold, but they're still laughing and they're still in the water. And I don't know, I think that those moments to me are perfect. There are perfect moments. I had a perfect moment years ago, and it still stands out in my mind of decorating for Christmas. And
it's that quiet one when it's all done, right?
No.
Okay.
No. So normally what happened in our house is we would go cut the tree together. And I mean, that's always been fun and we love it. And then haul it back to the house and get it set up. But then like Mark would put on the lights. Nobody was together. And in my mind's eye, I wanted, let's do this together. We had,
right.
Yeah, the boys, there's a split between Tyler and Jess because I had several miscarriages. And so Brennan and Tyler are just 14 months apart. And then 9 years later, we have Jessica. And so there was like that big difference. And so my perfect Christmas moment was we're playing like the oldies, like Bing Crosby and just like the old, yeah, Christmas music, Nat King Cole um and literally everybody was in the room and we were all doing the tree together. Like the whole thing
Oh,
was
beautiful.
my Norman Rockwell moment, right? And it
Yeah.
still stands out in my mind because I remember stepping back and looking at it and just that perfect moment that was captured that
Yeah.
will forever be in my memory. And that was beautiful. And I lean on that a lot, but I realize that that's not reality all the time. And it was a moment. Like I
It
don't,
was a joy
it,
moment. That's
it was
that's
a
what I
joy
feel at the
moment.
beach too. It's a joy
Yeah,
moment. Yeah.
yeah.
But
Mhm.
it's a moment because it's a 50-50 life. And so we get moments that are great, moments that are not so great, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, perfect. When you're talking about your grandkids, I was thinking about I have a new grandbaby. He's 4 months old. And
Yeah.
he's just so beautiful when he's asleep. He's like perfect, absolutely perfect. You look
Mhm.
at him and he's so snuggly and he's so wonderful and just absolute perfect. But he's a baby. I mean, he can't dress himself.
Yeah.
He can't
Yeah.
do anything except make noise and so and eat. He's really good at eating and pooping, but yet he's still perfect. And so I kind of struggle with that. How's it perfect and still not what we think of as self-sufficient and capable and all of those things?
Hmm.
That perfection. But yet when you're holding him, it's perfection.
It is perfection. Hmm.
Right. So
Yeah.
how, you know,
Right.
how
Well,
is
even like children, I have a friend, some friends that their daughter has some oh gosh, I can't remember what it's called, but birth defects, right?
uh-huh. Yes,
She has
just
birth defects.
differences. Yeah.
But still, when you get around Paige, you're like, oh my gosh, she's perfect. Like,
Perfect, right?
yes, like there is just, you just love her because she's perfect.
Yeah.
And and then you might back away and maybe people who see her or meet her the first time are like, oh, I don't know, there's something wrong with her, right?
Uh-huh, uh-huh.
But then you get to know Paige and you're like, no, no, no,
Oh,
there is
she's perfect.
nothing wrong with Paige. Mm-mm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So maybe it's the beauty is the eye of the beholder
Mm,
idea.
yeah.
It's being able to see perfection.
Hmm.
Yeah. But it's just, I mean, perfect, as in you are whole and perfect just as you are. That's
Hmm.
what we're talking about all month long. Yeah.
Mm.
So
Yay.
that's the joy moments, right? The perfect. But there's two different schools of thoughts about perfectionism.
Huh?
There's, oh, look, I had balloons. Did you see it?
No, I missed the
Oh,
balloon.
that's funny. I just had balloons.
Okay.
Introduction, we had balloons. Okay.
Woo!
Two different schools of there's about perfectionism, about being, first of all, if you're a perfectionist, it might be that it's amazing and your
Mhm.
whole are amazing, or it might be that it's a disease. That's,
Mm.
I'm a perfectionist. We say that in a way of apologizing for ourselves sometimes. I'm such a
Mm.
perfectionist, or you're such a perfectionist. So you look at it as a bad thing, or you can look at it as a good thing. And so that's what
Right.
we're working on. Yeah, all month long. Where do you fit on the scale? Are you a perfectionist?
Yeah. Yeah. I'm very
Do
much,
tell. Do tell.
very much a perfectionist. Which perfectionist in playing the piano, perfectionist in cleaning my house to in the corner.
Are you a toothbrush girl down there
Mhm.
in the corners and
Yeah,
stuff?
yeah, I
Mhm.
had Q-tips out this weekend.
Mhm.
So, you know, my all of my pantry, everything is forward facing. So you can see all the labels. There's nothing, I mean, you don't put
And they're
soup.
grouped by category, or are they grouped by size?
Correct. Yes. Yeah, correct. You don't put soup on on the bread shelf or the cracker shelf or whatever.
Right.
Yeah. It's
Yeah, no.
just there are a lot of things that maybe people call it OCD. And that's where I've had to learn to, is this a bad thing, right? Is it bad that when my husband loads the dishwasher, I just switch things around, just because, oh, this will be a better way. Like I have a brother-in-law that won't load my dishwasher anymore because he's like, why do I bother? Because
Because
you
you're
just,
just going to switch it around.
yeah. And I don't even realize that I'm doing that, right?
Uh-huh, uh-huh.
So is it bad? I told him, I said, Jeff, man, I appreciate you loading the dishwasher. Just because I switch it around, that's
Right.
just, I don't even think about it. I'm not looking at it and going, oh my gosh, he did that wrong. I'm just
No.
grateful that they're in the dishwasher, but oh, this, if I put this here, then this is going to fit a little bit better, right?
And we get
So,
one more thing in if we move that.
right,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, so but I know within that I've had a hard time because when my expectations don't marry up with how my children like did the laundry or folded the towels, or when they didn't marry up, it caused this, right? it,
Right.
it caused, and that was painful. And so it was like I had to learn to, like with Jeff loading the dishwasher, be grateful that he actually loaded the dishwasher for me and that my kids folded the towels for me. And it was grasping that they did it perfectly for them. It didn't have
Right.
to,
Like the baby,
yes,
right?
yes, yeah. And so
Yeah.
when I could let that go and not push my expectations onto other people,
Mhm.
but be in gratitude for what they did, it was very changing. And then learning how to be, when it wasn't perfect, when I didn't do things in my eyes for myself perfect,
Yeah.
that's the hard part, is learning how to accept yourself for what who you are. And I mean, it grates on me when you say, oh, you're perfect just the way you are. I'm like, really? Because like this 20 extra pounds is not perfect now. And I'm
Right.
trying
And
this,
it
trying
makes you
that,
mad
and it's not
sometimes, right?
working. Oh, angry,
Yeah.
angry.
Really angry. Yeah.
Hmm. Yeah.
And, but it's the perfect that we're whole. We're whole like babies are whole when they're sleeping, or we're completely perfect and whole in our creator.
Hmm.
You know, everything in there is ready to become perfect, and we are in the exact right place where we are right now, becoming who we are meant to be. And so that growth curve that
Hmm.
goes like this, right, is perfect.
Hmm.
So yeah, that's kind of, you think about your favorite person's laugh. I I've had people say to me, I love the way you laugh. And I've never even thought about the way I laugh before until they said it. And then I got really self-conscious about my laugh. And I'm like, I can't laugh anymore because they're going to pay attention to how I laugh. Maybe I laugh like a donkey, oh my gosh, I don't know. But it's perfect for me.
Right.
You think about your favorite person and the way they laugh, it's perfect for them too.
Well, and isn't it, I think it has a lot to do with love.
Mhm.
Like my grandkids don't look at me and go, oh my gosh, grandma's really getting chubby. Like,
Oh,
look at,
you have a zit. Did you know you have
look
a
at
zit
that.
on your cheek, Grandma? Yes.
Right.
No, my grandson, his favorite thing, I wish I had short sleeves on so you could see, is to play with my chicken wings. He's fascinated by either the extra skin on my elbow, there you can kind of see it, or up here, and he'll just feel it. And he's like, I'm like, it is the coolest thing too. You want to see? Look, I have this amazing skin on my hand that you can mold. Is that not the coolest? But to him, that's perfect.
Right. Right.
it is his perfect grandmother. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And you're right. I think it is. It's based on love. Yeah. I'm really sad I had long sleeves on today. I'd make them flat for you because they really do it. It's pretty great.
Well, and when you think of that love, it's the love of our creator.
Yeah.
And when we turn to our creator and we're creator focused, like we teach at CMH coaching,
The
instead
creator
of,
based way. Yeah.
yes, yeah, when we
You're
turn to our
living in the
creator,
creator based way and you're turned to him and you're focused on him. Yeah.
mhm, then everything is outward, right? We're able to love, we're able to um, accept, we're able to, yeah. But
Recognize differences as gifts. Everything
Mhm.
goes out from that center when it's the creator and
Right.
he's your center. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's perfect.
And
And
it
that's
is.
what lets you say, because I get it from clients all the time when I'll be people, they're just doing the best they can with what they have. And
Yeah.
they'll say, well, you can say that, but and the difference is you're focused on the creator and the love from your creator goes out and you ride on that love or
Mhm.
the acceptance or the awareness. It all comes out of the center and flows out like rays of the sun. Yeah.
Yeah.
And we were descended from that, from a creator. We strive for perfection all the time, but we're not going to be perfected in the world sense,
No.
but we
No.
can be perfect in him when we're
Mm.
in with our creator. And that's where the real hope comes from and the real joy comes from.
It,
But
it is
perfectionism, yeah.
being perfect, being
It could
perfect.
get a really bad rap.
It
Yeah.
can.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like my hair, not perfect today. Like it's horrible today,
Crazy,
right?
right?
No,
Yeah.
no.
Yeah, it
Terrible
will
that.
not spike. It's yeah. But hold
But
on, I can show you. This is something. Hold on. This
Mhm.
is something that it was a gal who was a synchronized swimmer, competitive synchronized swimmer,
Yeah,
and she was in for the Olympics. I think maybe we've talked about her before.
I think
Is it
so too. Yeah.
Andrew? Yeah, I can't remember her name, but it was in a video that I saw called Overcoming Perfectionism.
Hmm.
And she got to the point where she just could not be perfect in her synchronized swimming. And because she couldn't be perfect there, she started to look at all the other places she couldn't be perfect. And
Hmm.
she got so down on herself. She had created a lot of anxious energy and a lot of judgment energy, and her inner critic kind of went crazy. And she just was in a bad headspace.
Right.
And she was able to get together with a great therapist who helped her to begin to see things differently, but mostly it was helped her to see in that creator centered fashion.
Hmm.
And you want to hear the mantra that she came up
Yeah.
with? I just love it.
Mhm.
Because she never felt good enough because she couldn't be perfect. And so she wrote this mantra, I am good enough because, which I
Mm.
love because if you think about permission to be human, 50-50 life, creator based, it makes us good enough through our creator, right?
Mhm.
All of that comes to become perfect with him. Well, this is her mantra. I am good enough because I want God.
Mm.
It's desire. I am good enough because I want God. I am good enough because I believe God.
Mm.
It's faith. I am good enough because I know God. I will always face rejection. I will make mistakes every day of my life. But his love is big enough to cover it all, and I hang on to that.
Mm.
Isn't that amazing?
That is amazing.
That's perfect, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
perfect. And that is the one awesome, amazing, perfect life that we all strive for.
Right.
I'm good enough because I want God. That in itself, just
Right.
the wanting, yeah, makes us good enough, connects us in the creator-based way.
Well,
Yeah.
and when we are, I don't know about you, but when I am petitioning God and saying, I'm just not good enough, or I wish I could do this differently, or I wish I could be
Just
this.
really hosed it again. I can't believe I lost my temper. Oh my gosh, I put my foot in my mouth. Yes.
Right. And
Yes.
I don't ever get the shame and you should be ashamed of yourself, or, what I've told you how many times and you still can't get it right. What
Yeah,
is your
there's none of
deal?
that.
No,
There's
no, no, no,
none of
no.
that.
No. And so going to our creator and doing it the creator-based way, it is in love and it is in grace and it is in acceptance. And are we striving? Yeah, we're still striving. We're still
Yeah.
repenting and telling him we're sorry. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh, of course I'm sorry. Recognizing that we could do it a little different, but he always says, yeah, just try again.
Well, and it's like he sees
Get a
us
do-over.
as if we're that baby, right?
Yes.
He holds us as if we are the babe in arms and sees us as perfect.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And so then we can absorb that and be whole and perfect ourselves in
Mm-hmm.
him. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Yeah.
not necessarily the way the world sees it.
No, no, because perfectionism in the world's eyes is very different than in God's eyes, right?
Yes, so different. So different.
Yeah.
So let's talk about some tools then when we get stuck in our worldview and we're not seeing ourselves in that 50-50 way, because that's just part of the resistance of living on the earth, right? And
Right.
having this kind of business. And we
Mhm.
get going where we're in that space, working too hard, doing too much, trying to be all that.
Mm.
Yeah, it's where we, there go my balloons again. I don't know
Yeah,
if
I
you,
saw the balloons.
yeah,
Yeah.
who knows, random balloons. But I guess that's an important point as we're stuck in the being all that. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So, what works for you? What do we do when we're in that space? Because we're not happy. We just
No.
push harder and harder, and our inner critic takes off and
Right.
she starts saying mean things in our head, you
Right.
know? So how do we get back to being whole and perfect, the babe in arms,
Mm.
and back aligned with our creator? For
Well,
me, I'm sorry, do you want to go?
yep, go ahead.
For me, one of the things that really helps me is to be a friend to myself,
Mm.
is to take a breath and make some space and treat myself with grace, like we talked about with the grit and grace. We've already talked about turning to our creator, but if I can turn and be kind to myself just for a couple of breaths, it seems like it lets some light in and things
Mm.
begin to shift. What about you?
For me, I got to recognize it first. Like that, number one is just like, oh, wait a second. Did you
Oh
just hear
yeah.
Did you just hear that thought? Or did you just hear what just came out of your mouth as you were talking to yourself?
Uh-huh.
Like, wait. And for me, it's that aha moment. And then I can shift and say, okay, well, where's that coming from?
Yeah.
Is it kind? Is it helpful? Is it true?
Is it true? And if it doesn't fit any of those, you just know you give that one up. Try again.
Right, right. And most of the time, yeah, some things are true. Like, yeah, you've gained 20 pounds, and yeah, those jeans are not gonna, there's no way you're gonna get those clothes today.
Yep. Yep. But is it helpful? Not
Is it
really.
helpful? Right. And what am I saying? And
Yeah. And is what you're saying about that kind?
is
Probably
it
not.
kind? Yeah, like, no, probably not. No. So, yeah, what do you do in those instances?
Is
So
it
it's
helpful?
learning. Is it
Is
true?
it true?
Yeah.
Yep. Those are huge. And just
Mm.
being nice to yourself. Just like you said, questioning your thoughts. But I really do think that perfectionism is a gift, that it's an innate desire in us to want to be better, that it's because we're descended from a creator that we want to be better. We're always striving. And so the idea of it being a disease,
Yeah.
I mean, it is possible to take anything too far.
Exactly. It's how we think about it, right?
Yeah.
how are we thinking about it? It starts with our thoughts.
Yeah.
How is it taking over my life? Is it creating the relationships I want? Is this perfectionism, is not having the toilet scrubbed properly and I can't be kind to my children and I won't have anyone come over because heaven forbid. Like that's taking it too
That's
far,
too
right?
far.
That's not that's that's
It
that's
met
not
with love.
helpful. That's
Yeah.
not
Got to
helpful.
be met with love.
Mhm.
Yeah. But you can look at it and think about it. It can go that way, or it can go as perfectionism is my superpower.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, because it's what drives me to become better all the time. It's what drives me to take time for myself to rest
Mm,
because I know that that's how God got to where he is. You know,
mm, mm.
you've got 6 days that end with it is good, and on the seventh day he rested. And
No.
so it's perfectionism is a good thing because I want to be like he is.
It is. And I'm sure as we go through the month, we'll get more into there. There are certain things that I'm glad people are perfectionist in. A heart surgeon, like honestly,
Really glad they're
yeah,
perfect.
yes, so
Yeah.
many, so many things
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
that do require perfection.
Yes. And a
And-
lot of things that don't. And so
Right.
we're just going to keep working with what does and what doesn't and the different tools. Yeah. Would be great. But for now, think of your babe in arms. You are whole and complete right now, right where you are. Yeah.
Yep.
Perfect creator. It is a beautiful place to be. Doesn't mean you stop trying. It just helps you to have the love for yourself so that you do keep trying. So that you
Right.
can, yeah, then you keep going. So let's talk about this week. Tomorrow we have Coaching Clear. And I've really, this particular group that's coming into Coaching Clear, I've just really been enjoying so much faith in the women that come. They come together and share what they feel comfortable sharing. I know they don't share everything. We don't, but they share what they need and then we work together to coach. And we've had more coaching going on between members, which is so helpful because we get lots of different viewpoints where they're helping each other. And then the releasing that we're doing, being able to let those emotions go and those old yucky beliefs, like the ones who say that you're not good enough because you didn't color in the lines when you were 6,
Right.
let those go because that's just not needful anymore, not helpful, not even kind in a lot of cases. And we do that releasing. And then we do a little bit of journaling at the end and talking about what did you learn? And there's lots of wisdom. It's just a
Mm.
really great group to work with. And that's Tuesdays at 1:30 and everybody's welcome. That
So
works.
Beth, you teach, so let's pretend I'm new at this and I've
Mhm.
never come and I don't understand what you're talking about. How do I release an emotion? Are you coaching people on how to let those go when they
We
come to
do.
us?
Yeah,
Okay.
we do. When they first come, well, we have a Coaching Clear video to begin with. So if
Mhm.
anybody really wants to understand how that releasing works and the physics behind it, there's all kinds of cool physics. It's at cmhcoaching.com/coach.
Okay.
Really easy to find. And it's open for everybody. There's a pitch there to get you to join Coaching Clear, but you don't have to join or do anything to watch the video. It's just a YouTube video. So
Yeah.
cmhcoaching.com/coach, and you
Mhm.
can watch the video and understand. And it explains the science behind it, what happens at a Coaching Clear session, how we release, but everybody has their own ways of releasing emotions. It's just a super supportive, loving environment where you can come. And the cool thing is, we have women who come, it's always held on Zoom, but we have women who don't talk and who don't show their video that just show up
Yeah,
and the whole
when I
thing
was going
privately.
when I was going through all of that struggle with that allergic reaction and pain
Mhm.
stuff I had earlier this year, I didn't turn my video on.
No, I mean,
I
you don't
just
have to turn
showed
your video
up.
on,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
you can still come and join the session and receive the coaching. You can use the chat if you don't want to talk, but receive the coaching that you need and get the releases that you need. long distance, which is
Mhm.
great. Yeah, every time. So
Very
yes,
cool.
hcoaching.com/clear.
Mhm.
That'll
Mhm.
get you so that you can learn how to do it. And that's a freebie. It's just always there for people. But Wednesday, y'all are starting to read a book.
We are
We
the
wanted to create a
clockmaker.
book club.
Oh my gosh, the clockmaker's daughter is what it's called. I am loving it. In fact, I'm having a hard time like putting it down.
Do
Uh,
another thing.
yeah, yeah. There's a lot of different characters that you kind of have to try and keep track of,
Yeah.
but I like that kind of thing. And it is tying historical events to modern day. And
Oh, how interesting. So they're
that's
connecting.
yeah,
Yeah.
there's that connection, and there's a lot of also connection for energies. What energies do we leave behind when,
Oh,
yeah, when we are, but and then how do they connect down the road in
uh-huh.
history? How does history connect to modern day? What are those energies that connect us, and how do they come about? It's all orchestrated, so it's really cool. I really am enjoying it.
It sounds
um
so thought-provoking. Like it would
it
really
is.
get going. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So
Yeah.
Kate Morton, the clockmaker's daughter, and that's at 11:30, or I'm
Pacific.
sorry, 1:30 Central Time, 11:30 my time.
Yeah.
Um, and you can get that link, that Zoom link at the top of our 50/50
50/50 page.
girl
Yeah.
page.
Yeah.
Or
If y'all don't know
join
how to
us.
join 50/50 Girl Club, it's pretty easy. Get on Facebook and do a search for the 50/50 Girl Club. We're the only one. It's a private club. Just do a request to join. We'll help you get in. It'll be good. Yeah. And you can get access that way to the jumpstarts, which we do a jumpstart workshop once a month. And we've got one coming up in April on the 13th that Jen is doing on essential oils and emotions. So
Mhm.
there's yet another way for releasing the stuff that's in your way, or maybe your beliefs about perfection that you've got some stuff tied in. You can bring that to the Jumpstart workshop if you're a member of 50/50. And that's where we host the book club as well.
Yep.
Yeah.
Right.
But then we have a really cool event coming up a week from Thursday, and it's Jacine's baby. So I'm gonna let you tell it.
Yeah. So, come unleash your inner peace. Learn how to unleash your inner peace. It's an anxiety masterclass. And as you think about, you don't have to be diagnosed as having anxiety. I think just in the world we live in, that I see it
There's
in
just
my
a lot of anxious energy with all of the change that's in the world.
my
Yeah.
teenage granddaughter, just the anxiety that she has on a day-to-day basis. And
Yeah.
it's just that anxious energy. And so just really excited. The first course of our workshop is free, and we have two options for you guys to join us. Go to Eventbrite. It's eventbrite.com, right?
Yep.
And
It's getbright.com. And you have to search for an online class because it's going to
yeah,
be online.
yeah. So online class, and then just search for Anxiety Masterclass. And we've got two offerings. One is at 11 a.m. Central
11
Time,
a.m. Central and 7
at
p.m.
7
Central.
p.m. Central.
Yeah.
And just join us, sign up. You'll be given some emails. Pay attention to your emails. That's where you're going to get the link to join us.
Mhm.
But please, please, if you don't do it for yourself, do it for somebody you love.
Yeah.
Because the things you're going to learn there and the takeaways you're going to have from that, bring a notebook. You're going to want to take notes.
Yep.
It is super powerful. It is super powerful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's well worth your time.
It will be.
Really good. And it's all based in the creator-based way, based with your creator for women of faith.
Yes.
Yeah. So that's coming. I don't think I missed anything else. I think that's what's happening this week. I got them all.
I think so. Yeah.
Right. Well, then until next week, do it one more time. Hold yourself like you would a newborn babe.
I can choose to be happy, choose to be free, moment by moment. It's all up to me, 'cause what I think about, I bring about. That's the way it is, and there is no doubt. Day by day, I pave the way with every little thought I think.
Hey, thanks for joining us today in A Creator-Based Life. I hope you felt that compassion, mindfulness, and hope you came seeking today. You can find more of it at cmhcoaching.com or on linktree/cmhcoaching. Of course, any social media outlet, we're there too. Because you felt the benefit and light in this message, please invite those you care deeply about to join us. Help us to create a ripple effect across the globe of compassion, mindfulness, and hope. Then we can create a creator-based life together. Have a great week, y'all. We'll talk to you soon.
To me, 'cause what I think about, I bring about. That's the way it is, and there is no doubt. Day by day, I pave the way with every little thought I think. Day by day, I pave the way with every